Welcome to the Elevated Marketing podcast show that is designed for business owners and marketers who are tired of overhyped advice. We talk through what we're testing, we challenge assumptions, and we share what's really happening in the world of marketing, which is messy, creative, and always evolving. Welcome to the show. All right, we are back. Talking marketing again. All right, I am Jennifer Annie.
And I'm Brenna.
And we're going to talk about it's not more marketing you need, it's marketing that works together. We're all one team, right, Brenna?
Yes, we are.
What is it? The team or the dream work makes the team work, you always like to say?
Yes, I do like to say that. It's a classic.
Gotta be rowing in the right direction. I mean, we could go on and on. So I think, this could be a twist on a lot of different things that we've said, like maybe even like it's not about tactics, it's about strategy. But this one is really, that you probably, here's the kicker, probably is working your marketing, but it's like everybody's not doing the same thing. They're off doing different things. And I think the first part is just that people are working in silos.
Yeah, it's too fragmented and a lot of tunnel vision.
Yeah. So when your team is fragmented in silos, if we're talking about maybe in marketing terms, or we could even go back to our conversation on sales versus marketing, or we could talk about even within marketing, I'm doing paid search, I'm doing organic social media, I'm doing email marketing. Each one of those types of marketing actually has different KPIs that would tell you that particular marketing is working. But when you get everybody kind of aligned on the revenue goals that we've kind of talked about, and from a marketing perspective, it might just be the lead generation that you have, then everybody can kind of run in the same direction with, am I getting leads? And then the next step, like, are they qualified? And then so forth and so forth.
Yeah. And it definitely all starts with having those shared and aligned goals and making sure everyone is on the same page. We've seen it often where they're not. And so then that's where not only are your metrics going to be a little bit skewed because it's not telling the full story that we're looking for, but we're just not going to see the results that we want to achieve.
And sometimes that depends on the size organization that you have or marketing team. Like maybe it's just one. And so you have one person that their entire job is to see all parts of it, which can be difficult. Maybe they need someone to tap on the shoulder to like help them, strategy wise, but to be able to think outside their own box and think a little bit differently, that understands the same terms that they're talking about. I definitely am a big proponent, when it comes to these KPIs of monthly meetings of, okay, are we on the same track? Are we getting closer, or are there parts of the funnel where, because there's always going to be some part that's just like that's clogged a little bit, and you got to push it through so that you can get to the next step, and then rinse and repeat as you get introduced to people.
Yeah, definitely. I think what ties into that as well is making sure that your messaging is also on the same track with those shared goals and making sure that we're pushing out that same message throughout all channels.
Yeah, because we have talked about like continuous marketing versus campaigns. And, when you have a campaign, you are going towards maybe a certain offer or a certain season or something like that, and you're getting all the different types of marketing like working together on
Mm-hmm.
that one. It's problem, solution, story, conversion, outcome. This can affect like hesitation in the funnel. So, maybe each quarter, if that makes sense, it depends on your business, you're in a core story workshop of like, here's how all this is going to flow together. But layered on top of that is your continuous marketing that you're going to do no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of that could be just brand recognition and brand awareness, making sure that you are telling the story and the ins and outs of you as a business and what you provide, what you believe in, that sort of thing. But it's definitely just that reminder of continuous marketing, and usually those one-off campaigns, they are different.
Yeah, what you're describing is definitely the continuous marketing, but you could have like weaved into the actual campaigns. Your brand is going to be there too, so I guess I'll retract that statement. I'll pull it back. So centralized visibility across tools and teams. So a lot of times this is tools, which can be really tough with tech. Like, does this tool talk to this tool? Do I need both tools? And I think it's getting even tougher, if we could say that, with tools advancing really quickly. I'm definitely not a proponent of buying any, and software itself might be an outdated term, of any technology for longer than a month, because it's being updated so quickly with AI, that multiple tools. But I'm also not, I'm going to say this in the same sheet, I'm also not a proponent of putting all your eggs in the same basket with your tools. But it certainly makes it easier to have things talk to each other.
Definitely. And I think too, from a data standpoint on having multiple tools, each one is going to kind of tell a different story. And so then we as marketers is putting all of those pieces together to really find, like, at the root of it, what's happening.
Yeah. And don't forget, as you introduce a new tool, there's time invested to learn that new tool. Adding more tools, going back to, it's not more marketing you need, it's marketing that works together. It might have you work together more, but it is going to cause some disjointness as you learn how to use the new tool. So make sure you think about that and how much that's going to cost you.
Yeah.
It can affect like opportunities for quick wins, because wins are lost, patterns go unnoticed when these tools are not connecting, and it's really teaching your mind to be more of a strategist and to think things through. Okay, like, this isn't just happened once, so I'm not going to just react to it, but this is something that's continually, I have a pattern.
Yeah.
Pattern equal the same.
And I mean, budget can get wasted there too. And I think maybe even if you aren't doing your homework on these tools before you actually decide to go forward with them, then your budget could be wasted there too. But if you're seeing these patterns and maybe not doing anything about it, then again, your budget is going to diminish.
Yeah. So the next one I think about is create. We've said this a lot, but in your industry, there are topics that are repeatable, and in marketing, we like to call those evergreen. And when those topics are evergreen, you need to create reusable assets to go out to different platforms, social media, email marketing, different places that you can reuse over and over. And then we, break it down into, is it a graphic? Is it a audio? Is it a video? Is it a, what is the one I'm forgetting right now?
Podcast.
Well, we said podcast, audio, graphics, imagery, and video. Okay, there they are. So there are things that are like trending stuff, and you can throw those in, but tie it back to the evergreen or topics that are almost always being talked about in your industry, and then just continually breaking it down further and further to simplify it.
Yeah. And again, we've mentioned this so many times, but you're putting this time into creating that content initially. And so not promoting it in more than one channel or format is, you're kind of kicking yourself.
We assume people see, because the world moves fast, so we assume people see something once and they're like, oh, well, they get it. And they don't. They need layers. I mean, we're all pressured in marketing or even in business to ship things fast, and it leads to this one-off production cycle, and it really ignores that reuse potential that you have.
Yeah.
A little ADHD.
Yeah. You're really just not doing your content justice if you only allow one opportunity for it to be seen.
Yeah. Introduce like a contacting repurposing checklist that each campaign must pass before it's considered done.
Yeah, I like that.
So the next one I would say is like make cross-functional collaboration part of the process. Making sure this person understands this person's job. Depending on the scenarios, like I could go down a rabbit hole here, but I'm not going to. What do you say about this one?
Yeah. Sometimes that collaboration can start too late. And so if you have these expectations set before a campaign is beginning, then, you're only setting yourself up for more success there. If it's already in motion, then you're too late.
Yeah. Teams plan in parallel, but execute in isolation can create unnecessary duplication, misalignment. You need a shared calendar that all departments work from so that they can kind of see it. Campaigns can go live with misaligned timing, conflicting offers, mismatched creative. I'm a big efficiency person. I guess that hence the entire topic. It's not more marketing, it's marketing that works together. Yeah. Public channel, like we use Voxer because I hate typing. So, I can talk all day long, but I'm not the best typer.
But it goes a long way, just having that communication. Where would we be if we didn't talk to each other?
It's very important. All right, what's the next one?
Elevating. We love that. Marketing as a unified business function. So making sure that your marketing doesn't feel separate from what's driving that growth. So maybe think marketing and sales. Yeah. Again, we know that they do have to work together. Kind of coming off as that unified front. We're all pushing the same thing. We all have the same goals. So working together is where you're going to find that.
I think we wrote down when marketing becomes part of the revenue engine, it's not just the campaign factory. You can see that impact multiply.
Yeah.
So I really love that one. But it requires leadership to treat marketing as a growth driver and not just a service department.
Mm-hmm.
But marketing needs to act like a growth department too.
Yeah.
We're it's a team that makes things pretty.
Yeah.
We need to make them pretty, or we cannot get anybody's attention.
Yeah, very true. But also, if we don't know if our pretty things are working or not, then that's a problem. And sometimes we have to talk to other departments to really get an answer on qualified leads, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so include your head of marketing and strategic planning, quarterly business reviews, executive level revenue meetings, and if everybody's not on the same page and can't get on the same page, you might have a culture issue, but that would be a totally different thing.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the wrap up of this?
It's not about integration, but it's about acceleration, and not in the sense of like move everything as quick as you can. It's about making sure that you are using that efficiency that we're trying to talk about and preach about, and making sure that your marketing is not only aligned with each channel that you are using, but that your strategies are aligned as well.
Yeah. As some of us work fully remotely or partly remotely, I think about, the truth is your audience doesn't experience your brand in silos, and you shouldn't work in silos, even though you might not be in the same building. So I think for some people, that does mean that you need to get together more often because you've got, great stellar teamwork that needs to be like together in order to collaborate. But some people can collaborate pretty well, offline. It really just depends on your collaboration. But if people are just out in silos, then that's what your brand is going to feel like too, to everybody, because your people really are your brand.
Yeah.
Your channel works in isolation, they underperform, they create friction, they break trust, and they lose customers.
Yeah.
Like,
mic drop, period. Like,
everybody has to work together towards a common goal. And if you're maybe finding someone on your team that's always like trying to row in a different direction, that doesn't mean they're wrong. They just might be on the wrong team.
Yeah.
People who work together will understand each other better and just can kind of keep going.
Definitely. Yeah. And that's important. I mean,
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for today. We do appreciate you guys listening today. And I like your pink shirt. It's, we're brand here. I like it. You can visit our website at elevatedmarketing.solutions and sign up for our newsletter. If you can't catch every show, we wrap those up. And I'm thinking of mine. I'm like, I need to get ours out. Or we have weekly newsletter per se for each individual article on my LinkedIn profile at Jennifer Denny, Denney. All right, take care.